Hi again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Very unusual upload day for me, but I have 2 days off work and I decided to finish off our industrial penthouse build. So I started this I didn't start it 3 days ago. I uploaded the first part of this video 3 days ago. I will put a card up in the top right hand corner for you now. If you haven't already seen that, this might not make a lot of sense, but essentially I built an industrial penthouse and we covered the exterior and the ground floor apartment in the first video, and in this video we are covering the second floor apartment. Now what I decided to do on the upper floor, initially I was going to turn it into a studio apartment, and then after I'd finished this sort of area of the build, I went up to the top floor and I was like, there's no way that I can make this look good and functional, and so I just decided to turn it into kind of like a storage area that has like a ping pong table, a dartboard, a punching bag, a couple of chairs, so that if you have roommates living in this penthouse, which is kind of what I envisioned for this particular build, then your Sims can go up to the top floor. Maybe before a night out they can have a couple of drinks, they can have a game or two of darts and play some ping pong, and that was sort of the idea behind that. If you wanted to turn it into a studio apartment, please feel free to do so. I clearly just did not have the skills or the like, what's the word I'm looking for? The willingness to even do it. And I wasn't being lazy, I just wanted this to be as nice as possible, and so that's what we decided to do. Anyway, so this is as I was saying, the first floor apartment. So if you haven't caught up on the first video, I highly recommend that you do that. I never normally split up my build into 2 parts, but because I wanted this to be like a multi sort of purpose lot, in that I wanted people to be able to move Sims in here that they weren't related, so it's not family friendly, it's more built for roommates. As I was saying, I didn't want to compile it into one speed build that would have maybe consisted of like 45-minute footage, because I cut out quite a bit of footage from the first build, and then obviously with this one I haven't cut anything out, so it looks like it's only taken me around like half an hour in terms of when it's sped up, but it actually took me a lot longer than that because I've trimmed some of the footage down. Anyway, as I've been rambling on, as I always do, we've already almost finished the kitchen, I believe, but when I first saw this sort of unit, it's definitely smaller than the ground floor unit, so I envisioned maybe 2 Sims on the ground floor and then 1 to 2 Sims on this floor as well. But I was thinking maybe there could be just a single Sim living here because the bed is pushed up against the wall, and you will see as to why when we get to that room. But I don't know what happened with the floor plan. I had this idea in my head and I was like, this is going to work. And then when I actually came to doing it, I was like, this is not going to work at all. So we made some changes here and there, but I wanted the theme of this one to be slightly different to the one downstairs, but still in keeping with the overall tone. So you will see me bobbing down to the ground floor and taking some items to make sure it's kind of fluid and matching, because I didn't want it to be completely different. Initially I was going to do this like really light wood tone industrial sort of look, and then I thought, no, let's just try and keep it as uniform as we can, and so this is what we came up with. I also put a fireplace in the living area here, so if you have seen the first video, which I'm hoping you have, you will see that this is a much smaller apartment, but it's, like I said, if you're going to just move 1 Sim in here, I think it's kind of ideal. And I didn't really have in mind a particular Sim or Sims as to who might be living here necessarily. So you guys can obviously make any adjustments that you wish. It's not pack restricted either. I haven't done a pack restricted build in quite some time. I have promised you guys that I'll do a base game only, like family home or something, very shortly, and I do have it on my list of things that I'd like to build over the next couple of months. I have this huge long list of stuff that I want to cover. I want to start doing tutorials. I want to start streaming maybe twice a month. I've got so many plans in place, and I feel like at the moment I don't have a lot of time to kind of do it all, because obviously I work full time, but I'm trying my best to do as much as I can with the time that I have. So just know that I have a lot of plans, and I don't know why I started talking about that, in all honesty. I've done my usual where I start talking about one thing and then I'll start talking about something else. Anyway, this little area here is the living area. In my opinion, it's slightly awkward, and I'll tell you why. It's not very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Refined. I don't think the space downstairs is much more well planned, in my opinion, than this space, and it is because the space is much smaller. However, I made the best of the situation, and the master bedroom's also kind of long and slim as well. It's very strange, but I couldn't really think of another way to lay it out. But that's just maybe my brain and the way it works. I'm not the best at floor plans, so if anyone wants a tutorial on floor plans, I'm definitely not the person for that. I was more thinking tutorials from me would be like landscaping, cluttering, making things look lived in, how to do like an overall shape of a house, roofing. Anything else you'd like me to cover, please drop me a comment down below. I think the main one that people want me to do is roofing, and then also I think people have asked me to sort of dip into landscaping as well. Even though my landscaping skills with the air bunnies, I don't think they're the best, but they're definitely not the worst either. So whatever you want to see tutorial wise, I will start doing tutorials on the channel as well. I was going to do like a clutter tutorial, but people don't seem to be as enthusiastic about that. But I will do one if people want me to do it. I think it would be an interesting one. Essentially, my sort of motto is, if the floor looks bare, put on a rug, and if there's a space, you place a plant. It's not rocket science. That's literally how I just do it. You will notice in 99% of my builds, they are just made of purely of plants. There's just plants everywhere. Any screenshot that I take, there's at least 5 or 6 plants in one screenshot. So I feel like if I took the plants away, my builds wouldn't really be that good. And it's the same with the landscaping outside too. When I'm doing exteriors, like if I'm not keen on the exterior, I'll just add more landscaping until I like it. It's really funny. I don't know how my mind works sometimes. But anyway, we're already onto the bedroom here. Like, I'm speeding through this. Although I must say, this is not the longest speed build I've ever done. Essentially, it's just like me doing an apartment speed build because the walls were already here. I just had to work out the floor plan and then place the items. So I've got 2 days off work, as I was saying, and I do have an idea in mind for a video that I'd like to film either this evening or tomorrow. I don't really know what I want to do this evening, to be honest. So I might record for tomorrow. I really don't know what I want to do, but I've got an idea, and it is an apartment. I feel like I've done a couple of apartments over the last couple of weeks. I feel like I'm very much in an apartment mindset, which is odd because I'll go through periods of time where I won't touch an apartment, and then I'll do like 5, and then I won't touch them again for months. And then I'll go back again and I'll do like another 5 apartments. Again, just how my mind works. Anyway, this is the master bedroom. And funnily enough, I did use this mirror here. I think it's from Vintage Glamour, and the new kit that's coming out, I believe they've recolored these mirrors, but they've removed the mirror portion so that you can like put them around windows and mirrors and then on walls as paneling. That is very interesting to me. I'm very interested to see how I can make that work in a build. And I'm also thinking when that kit comes out, I'll probably do an apartment build for that, because I feel like the items in it are not necessarily my usual taste, and I think I'll do an apartment with them and kind of showcase them, and we can talk a bit about it, and then I might not touch the majority of them for a while, but we'll see. That's just my initial thoughts. Anyway, master bedroom is almost done, and then we move on to the bathroom, and then that's the end of the video. So I'm trying to work out where to do my little outro, you know, because I always feel like I rush it at the end. I'll like talk, and then I'll have about 20 seconds to try and fit in the outro, and I just ramble on. So and I'm trying to kill time now. Have you noticed what I'm doing? I'm trying to kill time now because I know that I'm going to have to do my outro very, very soon, if not now. So I do pinch some items from the lower apartment just to make sure the bathrooms are the same, because I feel like they would be. Anyway, officially this house is available to download from the gallery now. Woohoo! My origin ID is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, will be linked down in the description box below. You can get them completely free of charge from Sim File Share. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. You all take care, and I will see you next time I post a video. Bye!